Hello everyone, and welcome once again to my site. Today's video is about the only two conditions going on in the universe, in the entire universe. At every part of it, there is only two things going on. And that also applies to human relationships and every activity that you get into. There's only two conditions. Now, we've been over this slightly before, but I want to go over this in a different angle at this time. Excuse me. First of all, the first condition is in the invisible. This is where the rare gases begin to collect together. At first, it looks like a chaotic storm of the gases getting together. Later, they will take formation and they will begin to do a curl around, as you see in the various parts of the universe where balance has been achieved, and there will be a sun made in the center and planets giving out from that sun. So that is the concentrated end of the seesaw. Therefore, we have only two conditions. We have a concentration towards building a planet, and see a round ball right here in my hand. Now, in that round ball, that's a planet, and it is charged through the poles of the planet. Actually, there are two poles on top and two poles on bottom, and they then radiate out from it. So we are giving form to a planet, and the planet is giving unform back out into space. So therefore, what the lesson is today on our thinking processes and what the human condition is becoming whenever we start interacting with each other. We have a logical thinking and a sensing sort of situation. The left and right lobes of the brain interact with each other. As time goes on, however, they will start to include the ability to see, hear, and know beauty. And that's where it comes from here. This is where the pineal gland is centered in the human skull, in the back of the head. This is where we learn how to balance the logical thinking, and we learn how to give and be regiven. Actually, without the pineal gland and our ability to see and know beauty, we would be more or less just beings and creatures of the jungle. We would not have any appreciation of beauty, nor could we produce any art. Now, as I showed you here, in the beginning, it is the left and right brain interacting with each other. That's what's going on here. In the middle, we have no awareness of our spiritual entity within us. As time goes on, we begin to get an inkling that there is a spiritual entity in the universe. We first think of it as being way outside of us, objective to us, and sometimes in many different forms, many different gods, many things going on in this universal perspective of what the light really is. But as time goes by, we do away with those many gods, and then we come down to one God, and that one God stays far enough away from us. As we become spiritually advanced, that God comes closer and closer until that God is within us. Then that God is interacting with both the left and right brain. And that's when we have come up with the genius type of thinking. Remember, there's only two things going on in the universe. Rare invisible gases beginning to compress together and become stars and suns, visible stars and suns. Therefore, we have compression towards form and radiation towards non-form. That's the only two conditions going on in the entire universe. Thank you so much, and have a wonderful day.